I wanted to make this video, and I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm just going to keep on going until I get to my point, which probably won't be that hard to reach within the first few minutes. But I had made a post on Twitter a couple days ago. I believe it was on Friday. I'm not exactly sure what day it was. And I had said that, in so many words, a lot of Trump supporters, well, mainly the white ones, are mindless drones, because they will literally back up anything 45 says, no matter how ridiculous it is and it sounds. And I said, and I even gave some examples. I said that whenever he says CNN and MSNBC, a lot of those networks are fake news, which a lot of it does give out false information, but to be quite honest, mainstream media as a whole does. They'll crawl up his ass and say the exact same things and echo it. Whenever he talks about illegal immigration, which is bad, they'll crawl right up behind him and say the exact same things and echo everything that he does. And when he subliminally says what he says about black people, well, they'll overtly say it for him, but they'll also come back and say he's not being racist. They'll do that too. Now, the reason why I use those as an example is because back during Obama's years, like when he first got started, a lot of the people that kept saying that CNN and MSNBC and networks like that were fake, they were the same ones who was watching it and saying what so-and-so on CNN said, this, that, and the third. But it was about Obama. So they would peddle whatever they said. They never said any of that fake news stuff. That whole fake news term did not become popular until he said it, to be quite honest. And how they feel about black people, they hid that up until like around 2012 when Trayvon Martin got killed by George Zimmerman, and that's when when that egg started to crack, and then it started to erupt right around the time 45 got into his position. If y'all remember, it was a video that I did about a guy on an airplane where he groped this woman while she was sleeping. He did it multiple times. And he got accused of sexual harassment and sexual assault, which basically that's what it was. And when they asked him why did he do it, his response was, well, the president said that it was okay because he said you can grab him by the pussy. See what I mean? Mindless drones that are following up behind this man. Now you can see why I use this image to drive home the point I'm making about many of his supporters, especially mainly the white ones. They will believe anything he says. They will repeat anything he says. And now it's gotten to the point, and y'all got excuse, that's a helicopter flying right over, and I bet you that's probably 45 right now just interrupting my video that I'm talking about him on. But anyway, what was I going to say? See, he threw me off. But like I said, they will repeat everything he does. Now it's translating over to, they will start to do whatever it is that he says to do, like the whole thing on the plane. And now they've gotten so emboldened that they will literally go out and do all of these things because 45 has emboldened them to do it like a mindless robot. But let's not get it twisted, black people. Let one of them 45 supporters try to run up on us. Don't forgive them. Don't try to back them down or try to talk them down, because they are not here for the talking. They are here for the fighting. You do whatever it is that you do and you fight them. I noticed that a lot of people say it's amazing how black people will fight each other, but they won't fight them. Well, I got a solution for that. Black people, I don't care if you got to click your heels or snap your fingers or blink your eye one time. But even if you got to pretend that white person that's coming at you is a black person for you to whoop their ass, do so. Pretend, I don't care. Pretend that's another black person that you fighting and whoop their ass if you feel like that's another black person. If that's the solution that it'll take for you. Because it is unfortunate that some black people will back down to a white person, even though they're more of a threat, than opposed to backing down from a black person just because they're in close proximity with them. So just keep that in mind. Just pretend that white person that's coming at you, that may be a staunch Trump supporter, pretend they're black, if that's what it takes for you to whip their ass. Because I get tired of seeing black people back down to these individuals. Kudos to the ones that don't, but it's plenty of them out here that do, and that's got to stop. We are stronger than that. We should be smarter than that. I don't care what you have to do. Because they have gotten emboldened. That should have also emboldened us. Like I said back in 2016 when he got elected, that was a wake-up call to the establishment. And when I say the establishment, I meant to everybody. White people, black people, the Hispanic community, the LGBT community, the Jewish community, the Arab community. Everybody who lives under the umbrella of this establishment got a huge wake-up call the day he got elected. I said some people will regret it. I said it may not have been that day or the day after or anything like that, but people are starting to regret it now. I said it might go into next year, and sooner or later it will happen, and it's happening right now. But as far as his supporters go, they're going to hang on for every word that he does. And unfortunately, that also includes some of them coons as well. Remember the coonocracy video I did about how they went to his that young black leadership or whatever? I don't know. I would never call them a leader. They ain't leading me nowhere. The only thing they could do is lead me into the slaughterhouse while it's burning, while it's on fire. Literally the blind leading the goddamn blind. They can catch the work too, but see, they're gonna hide behind or try to hide behind their white constituents, but they ain't gonna give them no cover. Because at the end of the day, they'll still see them as a black person. They'll still see them as one of us. But guess what? They're going to get their wake-up call too. And it's going to be so sweet when they get it too. Because they're going to try to run back to us. But nope, we're going to do what we have to do and keep them out. They'll just have to be stranded. They'll have nowhere to go. They can't go to the white side. They can't come back to our side. So they're going to have to create their own little whatever and do whatever it is that they can there. Maybe their leader, Candace Owens, can help them with that. That's if she doesn't steal again. Because you know she's priding herself now, as far as I can tell, on being a co-colonizer in the sense that she likes to steal ideas and whatnot. Another mindless drone, by the way. So these mindless drones, like I said, they don't have to just be the white ones. They can be the black ones too, but it's a majority of them who are white. And you know you can tell that they're mindless because of the stuff that they have been doing since he's been in office. He's emboldened to the fact that now they feel that they are untouchable, but they have managed to lose their way. If this was back in, say, the 60s or 70s during the Black Power movement, they would watch every little step they take when it comes to dealing with us. But now they have gotten so emboldened that they don't even have to tiptoe around anymore. They feel like they done put their big boy pants on and their boots and feel that they can do whatever the hell they want. And some of it is partially our fault because we're not stepping to them the way that we should. I'm not saying go out there and be confrontational with them just because. Let them do it first and then you react to it. You go after them. Stop backing down. No more should we be in a subservient position. We should be way past that. But a lot of people have gotten scared of the repercussions. All I'm going to say is this. Sometimes we might have to catch that charge, but guess what? It might be worth it. Look at what happened with Dwayne Stafford. He was the one that put hands on Dylan Roof. He knew what he was in jail for. He knew he could have got some more years behind that. But he took a risk. And he put hands on that devil. We wish he could have did more, but he did what he could. But guess what? He got money put on his books and he got released. He didn't know that was going to happen. Look at Christopher Scarver. He killed Jeffrey Dahmer, one of the most worst notorious serial killers ever. He took a risk killing that man. And then he killed somebody else, I think, within that same week or that same day. Or something like that. I forget what the story was, but I know he killed Dahmer. He took a risk. He already knew he was in jail for the rest of his life when he did it. To this day, we don't really know why he was in jail to begin with, but we know why he's still there now. But he took a risk and he took out a demon for what he did. So sometimes you have to take that risk when it comes to dealing with people like the ones who support this guy, because we are slowly transcending backwards into that time where they keep talking about this Make America Great Again. And that's another thing too. When you ask them what Make America Great Again means, they always say, I don't know. To be honest, some of them probably don't know, but to be truthfully and brutally honest, I think a lot of them do know, but they just don't want to say it. I will never forget when I was watching a news segment back when he was campaigning, and they were talking to one of his supporters, and the reporter had asked her, the lady, he said, ma'am, I have a question for you. He said, first off, do you support Donald Trump? She was like, 100%. He was like, okay. He said, you know his slogan is Make America Great Again. She said, yes. He asked her, what does Make America Great Again mean? He didn't say, what does it mean to you? He said, what does it mean? I would have been the one to go all the way to say, what does it mean to you? But he said, what does it mean? She said, I don't know. So you're going to support a man who has a slogan called Make America Great Again, but you don't know what his slogan means. She probably knew, but didn't want to say. Us as black people, we know what it means when they say Make America Great Again. Because America was never great for black people at any point in time in history. It was great for them at a certain point, but we know exactly what they're talking about, but they're trying to act dumb and naive. But we can see right through their little veil. We know exactly what's up. That's really all I wanted to say as it pertains to this video. It's a freestyle type of video. It doesn't have any article attached to it. I just wanted to bring up this point. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.